morning to one and all. A warm and vibrant welcome to each and every one of you gathered here today. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to Bancquest 25, the annual flagship event organized by the Department of Banking Technology, School of Management, Pondicherry University. I'm Ardra alongside Mary Sia, and we'll be your hosts for this special occasion. The theme of Bancquest this year is Tech Superpower, Transforming the Future of Banking, a vision and deliberation that resonates the emergence of cutting-edge technologies which can potentially shape the realm of finance and banking landscape.
Very good morning to all of you present here. I'm truly honored to deliver the vote of thanks, welcoming address to this Bancquest 25. At the outset, I would like to welcome our Professor K. Dharani Karasu, Vice Chancellor in Charge, Director Studies, Educational Innovation and Rural Reconstruction, Pondicherry University. Sir, Department of Banking Technology is one of the biggest beneficiaries of your regime, be it CAS, faculty CAS, departmental infrastructure facilities, PhD nomenclature issues. So your period is really of golden days for us. I believe that the same thing will continue in the successive regimes as well. I welcome you all, sir, other staff, media, students, research scholars, and welcome you all to this grand function, Bancquest 25. With this brief welcome address, I thank the members of the organizing committee, Bancquest 25, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you all.
Every great event begins with a vision that unites the ideas, ignites the dialogue, and inspires the growth. To present the scope of address and essence of Bancquest 25, I now take the privilege of inviting Professor S. Prabhu, Professor, Department of Banking Technology, and one of the dedicated faculty coordinators of this year's event.
Honorable Vice Chancellor in Charge and Director of Studies, Professor K. Dharani Karasu, sir. Respected Registrar, Professor Rajneesh Bhutani, sir. The distinguished guest of today, Sri V. Srinivasan, General Manager, RBI Chennai, and Mr. M. Arun Kumar, Senior Vice President, Financial Software and Systems Chennai. Beloved Dean in absence, Professor P. Nadarajan sir, and respected HOD, Professor A. Balakrishnan sir, esteemed faculty members from Department of Banking Technology and from other departments, and industry experts, media persons, and my dear students. Good morning to all. It is an absolute privilege to stand before you, such a distinguished gathering today, as we begin our enriching journey of industry interface program called Bancquest 2025. The Bancquest is an annual event organized by Department of Banking Technology every year from its inception of the department. So the objective of this program is to create an opportunity for our students to have interaction with our own industry people and with the industry, what is happening. It is like contemporary issues, what is happening in the industry, they'll come to know when they are in the campus itself. That is the main idea of having this Bancquest 2025 and every year Bancquest. We stand at the forefront of financial revolutions, one driven by technology, inspiration, and innovation, and pursuit of excellence. Banking once categorized as a long queue, paper-based transactions, manual process, has undergone dramatic transformation thanks to the incredible technologies involved in all this, or a power of technology, what we call it as. From artificial intelligence to blockchain, cloud computing to cybersecurity, digital payments to predictive analytics, the financial landscape is evolving at an unprecedented pace. These advancements are not just enhancing the convenience but redefining the trust, security, and financial inclusion. Consider the impact of AI and automation, personal banking experiences, fraud detection, instant loan approvals, and chatbot assistants, assisting customers 24/7. There are no longer futuristic concepts but everyday realities. All these. Blockchain, on the other hand, is revolutionizing the transparency and security, ensuring the seamless transaction with minimal risk. The rise of digital payments has made financial institutions or transactions faster, easier, and more accessible, bridging the and driving financial inclusion across the globe. At the heart of education lies the pursuit of knowledge, innovation, and growth. However, knowledge without application is like a seed left unsown. It is through partnership between universities and industry leaders that we can truly nurture that talent, foster innovation, and equip our students with the skills needed to flourish in a dynamic world. Today, as we engage with professionals and experts from various fields, we are pleased with a remarkable opportunity, are presented with a remarkable opportunity to learn, connect, and contribute. The Bancquest is not just a forum for discussion, but a gateway to shape the future. Our students are eager to understand industry trends, emerging technologies, and ever-evolving market landscape. Through your insights and experiences, they will gain a deeper appreciation of real-world challenges and solutions. To the industry leaders present here today, your knowledge and expertise serve as a guiding light. Your collaboration with academic institutions ensures that education remains relevant, practical, and forward-thinking. Together, we are building pathways that lead to innovation, entrepreneurship, and professional excellence. As we move forward with today's session and panel discussions, let us remember that each interaction is a stepping stone towards your brighter future. This Bancquest serves as a gateway to understand how technology shapes banking and finance. The future is digital, the future is intelligent, and the future is ours to build. Let us engage, collaborate, and innovate to make banking smarter, safer, and more inclusive. Thank you all for being here today and for contributing to this invaluable exchange of knowledge. Let's make the most of this opportunity together. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for beautifully articulating the vision of Bancquest 25 and for showing us how technology and banking can converge to create a powerful future. Your words have set a perfect tone for the day ahead.
Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. As we move forward in today's celebration, it is our proud duty to honor the dignitaries who are gracing this occasion with their esteemed presence. These stalwarts have not only carved their mark in their respective fields, but also continue to inspire generations with their leadership, intellect, and service. In appreciation of their valuable time and contribution, we take this moment to present them with tokens of respect and gratitude.
May I now request Professor P. Natarajan, Professor and Dean, School of Management, to kindly honor our respected Professor K. Tarnekarasu, Vice Chancellor in Charge, Director of Studies, Pondicherry University, with a memento as a token of gratitude and respect. about title or a designation. It is about impact, influence, and inspiration. We are privileged to have with us Professor P. Natarajan, Dean, School of Management, Pondicherry University. Sir, your unwavering commitment to fostering academic excellence and your profound contributions to the realm of commerce and management have left an indelible mark on both students and peers alike. We are truly honored to have you with us to preside over this event. May I request Professor P. Natarajan to deliver the presidential address. Please, sir.
Good morning to all of you. Very good morning. It gives me immense pleasure to take part in this momentous occasion. Industry Institute Interface, organized by the Department of Banking Technology. The most respected and revered Director of Studies, Professor K. Dharnikarasu, and our beloved Registrar, Dr. Rajneesh Bhutani, and the chief guests of the day, Sri B. Srinivasan, General Manager, RBI Chennai, and the special address speaker, Sri M. Arun Kumar from Chennai, and the faculty friends, research scholars, and students. Once again, I extend my warm greetings and congratulations for organizing this Industry Institute Interface. So I take it as a privilege to take part in this meeting, and this is wholly designed and executed by the student. Sirs, this is one of the annual event initiated by all the departments of School of Management in Pondicherry University, so as to showcase the skill sets possessed by the students. Not only skill sets, they are able to highlight their knowledge, skills, as well as values also, the way in which they are executing. So in that way, the Industry Institute Interface is a platform for the students to showcase to the industry friends, sirs, we are here, we are fully competent individuals, you can come here and acquire us in the form of giving placements, assignments, internship. So this is how a kind of, it may be a self-promotion, but it is very much needed in the present day context, and thereby they can showcase to the external world, outside world, especially industry friends. So here a kind of groomed sets, a groomed manpower are sitting here, and we are waiting for a wonderful placement opportunity, and we are ready to work for our institution, for our organization with full of involvement and commitments. So in that way, with all interest and initiative, students are organizing this event, and that's why the School of Management is also very happy in encouraging, motivating, and enthralling the students to take part in the kind of Industry Institute Interface. So in that way, the Banking Department of Banking Industry is one of the hallmark department in the School of Management of Pondicherry University. They are floating 2 PG program. One is the Department of the MBA in Banking Technology, and another one is MBA in FinTech, Financial Technology. So the MBA Banking Technology is one of the innovative program of UGC. So we have started 10 years before the Banking Technology as an innovative program under special funding, and the department has grown into a bigger size, and now it branched out another program called FinTech, which is also another vibrant and the recent origin of recent. So in that way, we are working for shaping the student community in such a way that they are capable of industry-friendly human resources. So we are nurturing the talents, skills, and value system in such a way that they are very well fit into the institute. They are very well fit into the industry. So this is this kind of finishing school functions are being taken up in the School of Management by every department, especially the Department of Banking Technology. They are grooming them well so as to suit to the industry very meticulously. And that's how every year we are able to get a wonderful placement also for our students. They are rightly placed, and again in another few years, 3 to 5 years, they are getting into very big position, and thereby they are coming here as a GM, Deputy General Manager, and other key position. So in that way, the department is continuously sustaining for the development and betterment of the student community by means of promoting the course in such a way. The curriculum has been designed in such a way that it is in line with the industry requirements. Frequently, now year on year, we are conducting a kind of board of studies meeting and try to update the syllabus and see that we are able to make out the industry friendly student community. Thereby, the placement will also be happening. And thereby, the department is consistently working for ensuring employability among the students while imparting knowledge. While imparting knowledge, they are ensuring employability also. In that way, I feel proud that the Department of Banking Technology, all the members of the Department of Banking Technology really devote their time in a very committed way and meticulously shaping the student community. Sirs, in the present day, again a year before, the department has started BTech program also. BTech under NEP program, BTech MBA program with a lot of initiative in the midst of hectic constraints. So there is of course, it is not necessary to advise that, to mention in that platform. But anyhow, with the constraint, our people are ready to take up challenges also, thinking that opportunity will come. Opportunity will come. So in that way, the department has initially started as an innovative program, and it becomes a UGC-aided department, and then they have started another course, second PG course, and now last year they have floated the undergraduate courses also. And thereby, at the grassroots level itself, we are trying to shape or mold the students in such a way they must be compatible to industry. They must be compatible to industrial requirements. So in that way, the UG program has also been started with many constraints and limitations. Perhaps, let us hope, all the constraints could be removed in the years to come by means of adequate sourcing resources. So the resource management, resource crunch is there everywhere. That too, especially for new ventures, it is there. So we have to, instead of waiting for the resources and starting and getting into action, it is better to get into action and then gather resources. So in that way, definitely, the department will also be able to mobilize huge funding in the years to come, and UGC recognition also will come for the undergraduate courses, and with which the department will flourish like anything. So this industry institute interface really could be a successful event only when industry friends are coming in a large scale. So in that way, they are initiating a 2 days program, meticulously planned program in such a way, they are able to invite more than 12 experts from outside. And then they are organizing a lot of events also for the students, young ones. And thereby, they will be able to get a kind of awareness about the Department of Banking Technology, Pondicherry University, and they try to inquire about the department very much, and thereby they will be able to choose the organization for their higher studies and then research also. So apart from the academic program, department is doing wonderful research also on both discipline, banking technology as well as fintech. And in the fintech area, definitely we are making a pioneering attempt, and it is one of the emerging startup opportunity for the young entrepreneurs, young students. And in that way, the industry institute interface will be really creating a kind of win-win situation for both students as well as the industry friends. So in this momentous occasion, I extend a warm welcome to the industry friends to come in large scale and test our students and choose. Thereby, you will be getting a kind of talented manpower for our organization in the years to come. So with these few words, I extend my hearty congratulations to the entire team of the Bancquest 2025, and I wish that the program should be a grand success. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir, for your powerful and inspiring presidential address.
If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. We are honored to invite Professor K. Tharanikarusu, Vice Chancellor in Charge, Director of Studies, Educational Innovations and Rural Reconstruction, Pondicherry University, to deliver the inaugural address.
Thank you for the nice introduction. Good morning, everyone who are present here. Respected Registrar, Professor Rajneesh Bhutani, and Professor and Dean of School of Management, Professor Nadarajan, and the keynote speaker, Sri V. Srinivasan, General Manager, RBI Chennai, and the special address speaker, Dr. M. Arun Kumar, Senior Vice President, Financial Software and Systems, and the head of the department, Professor A. Balakrishnan, and the Bancquest coordinator, Professor S. Prabhu, and all the faculty members of the department, as well as from other departments, and then research scholars, students. Good morning, everyone. It is indeed great pleasure to be part of this Bancquest 25. So it is initially, all of you know, Professor Prakash Babu was planned to attend this, but due to the preoccupation, he could not attend this. That's why I was made as to deliver the inaugural address. Sometime the destiny lead to this, because I was one of the person to be part of the many growth in this department. Because when I took over as Vice Chancellor in charge, there are so many requests from department. It is indeed manageable, but still someone has to crack the bottlenecks. So initially it was, as already mentioned, it was more than 50 PhD scholars. They could not able to join because of the simple reason that the nomenclature. So we had a very detailed discussion. So in that way, it is the banking technology is now the leader, and they are the forefront in the case of suppose the interdisciplinary research is going to start in university, so they can take the now banking technology model, how to give the nomenclature for the PhD in any of the interdisciplinary. So like this, we have devised the mechanism where, because on the advent of NEP, so we have to have more interdisciplinary courses. So in this, the banking technology was very useful. So that was the initial hurdle we had with banking technology. Then we have somehow managed with the very good. It is good solution for the whole university. We also resolved in academic council. Now I hope I could see many PhD scholars. They have joined here. That is the first one. The second one was the starting of the integrated course. When Professor Mariappan proposed this integrated, that is NEP, the BTech MBA, there was no clearance from the UGC. There was a opposition from university level also. Then we had a detailed discussion how to implement this. When they proposed, there was some hesitation, but initially itself I said yes, we have to go. Even the UGC is not in a position to help us. Let us go ahead and see how best we can include, because these are all novel courses we have to support. But luckily in between UGC, I think AICT also, correct, is approved this type of nomenclature is acceptable now. And recently the UGC says without their whatever is mentioned nomenclature we cannot take. So in this also we have crossed this luckily. So I would like to see how many this BTech MBA students are here. Can you raise your hands? Oh, good. But still I would like to see where are the others. I don't know. Okay, it's good. Please. So it is good that this course is in high demand, and this is one of the flagship program of the department. So we tried a lot to bring the youngsters into our campus, because in NEP is planning to have the most of the main courses. Now it is going to be the bachelor programs instead of master programs. Of course, MBA will be there, but when it come to the other departments, the bachelor's course will be the main programs like the US model. So we are going towards this. So in that way, I am really happy that we have started the bachelor programs also. So this is the some of the department. When I visit banking technology department, I always remember. Then there are many infrastructure also request. All these things still it is the ongoing thing, and both it is, as Professor Nadarajan was mentioning, win-win situation. So when we support the departments, we are also happy, they are also happy, because in the way, if your department is good, so we also feel proud that we have a good program going on, and we get many laurels, and the also support as well as from the main UGC and ministry also. So it is like a win-win situation for both for the department as well as the university. So when it comes to the Bancquest, so as Professor Nadarajan mentioned, it is the flagship program. But when I see this event, when we take the banking technology itself, so when we started, it was when the banking sector itself, it was in the transition period. I still remember I joined in Delhi University, it was roughly 2003. So in banks, they had a computer, but still the computer transaction was not there. And there was still I remember in SBI, there was a strike for we should not go for the computerization of the banking. So they want to, if you go to computerization, then the labor intake will be less. Then many people they have to go home. Like this, there was a hesitation. But after this, the banking sector have never gone back and see whether we have to go to technology side or the labor side. That is whether we have to take the technology into their sector or not. Now it is well established what are the different advantages of having the technology in bank. So now earlier, and I was discussing with Mr. Srinivasan and Arun Kumar also when we take, earlier the problems and challenges with banking is different. But today's banking, the sector, the problems are different. Earlier, the thief has to break open the lock, all those things. Now in the digital, so it is for them also very easy. So here are the challenges for you. So you are the people, you have to safeguard us, our money in the bank. So in that way, you have more responsibility. So don't take it lightly. It is a very serious issue. When we come to India, 1.4 billion aspirations are in the bank. So when we lose confidence on the bank, then where we can go and grow. Even Mr. Arun Kumar was telling his neighbor was not interested to share any OTP with any other OTP, even for the gas connection OTP also. She was not older people. So when it comes, somebody asks OTP, they have a fear whether we have to share OTP or not. So these are the things you have to take care of us. So we have to give more and more. Of course, technology is the solution. I am not blaming anyone. Technology is the solution. But still, so we have a long way to go. In fact, I was discussing with Mr. Srinivasan also. So banking sector, like the communication sector, this is also fastly it has grown. But still, in the case of banking, there are a lot of things to be improved, and it is not 100% safe. And earlier, at least, we can identify who are the people who has stolen our money. But today, we don't know who is taking our money, where we have to find out. All those things is the greatest challenge. Only technology is the solution. Like your HOD said the blockchain, all those technologies, we have to put it into the place, and how best we can improve the banking sector is also important. And of course, it is not the problem with the banking as well as far as the security is concerned, but the problem with the users. They have to be properly, trained. Who are the people, who are the phone calls? They have to really be, have a confidence. And these things, it is our country is vast population, so we have more educated old people, youngsters, all those things, it is difficult to also educate them. In this situation, how best we can improve the security also still with your hand. So to conclude, I can say you have a lot of things to do, but these are the challenges. Those challenges also your business now. So in that way, so you have a lot of things to do, but we have to also do more things for the banking sector. So in this occasion, so because of this, only this type of functions, definitely it is very useful for the students, especially the youngsters who are going to be here for more than 4 years. So to specially address the youngsters, so 4 year in management is too long period. So you have to, by this time, you may be having idea about what is MBA. So here it is not only the course, your even personality also will change. You have to be, this is the course where it says you should be always see the only positive points wherever the challenges comes instead of seeing the negative. So especially youngsters, this is a very good course. You have to take it very positively, and you have to also learn very good. It's a good opportunity for you to interact with your seniors, and then professors, and then whoever is coming and giving a talk. Is a wonderful opportunity for the youngsters. So I am really happy that we have started the BTech MBA, and also financial technology also we have started. These are all, it is really proud moment for the banking technology department. At least now we can say that we are in the forefront in this field. So with this, I really proud of the banking technology department. I take this opportunity to thank the past HODs who have worked very well to strengthen the department, and also the present team, and also future youngsters who are tirelessly working for the department. With these few words, I really very happy to inaugurate this Bancquest 25. Thank you, Ananda.
Thank you, sir, for your highly resourceful talk. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. It is my pleasure to invite a man who is a renowned professor, distinguished researcher, and wonderful administrator of Pondicherry University, who is none other than Professor Rajneesh Bhutani, registered in charge, Pondicherry University. Sir has been a constant pillar of support for academic initiatives across departments and has always encouraged platforms that bridge knowledge and innovation. We are deeply honored to have you with us today. May I now request you, sir, to felicitate the august gathering.
A big congratulations to the Department of Banking Technology for this new edition of Bancquest 2025. Year after year, I remember last year having attended this, Professor Mariappan was there, and I see that year by year, Bancquest, the flagship program of the department, is growing in size, becoming better and better. So big congratulations again for this year's edition to the new head of the department. And thank you very much for inviting me to this occasion. Thank you, Dr. Balakrishnan, Dr. Prabhu, Dr. Geeta, and all the other faculty members who have kind enough to kindly invited me on this. So, because I feel very excited to be part of such kind of industry, academia interface events. And the reason particularly I'm very excited today for having been come here on this Bancquest 2025, because if you look at the theme of this, transforming the future of banking, and having taken this responsibility on your shoulders that you are here today as the students of banking technology who are going to transform the future of banking, this is really an exciting thing. Particularly at this juncture where, all of you are going through the global upheaval, news, whatever is happening all over the globe, whether it is tariff policies or the new financial technologies that are emerging, the challenges are immense. And if I can use this word, I'm an outsider for the business and banking technology, but as a layman, what I see is the people who are in banking sectors, they are facing these challenges from the multifold size. On one side, they have challenges of adopting and getting familiarized and using the new technologies that are emerging, whether they are AI based or there are other specific softwares. So they have to familiarize themselves, implement themselves, and take care of all the security issues as Professor Tarnikarasu was mentioning. On the other hand, bankers are also supposed to intervene, like RBI General Manager is here, Dr. Srinivasan. I'm very thankful for him to come here. So they are also supposed to intervene in the policy matters. They have to also support wherever they think that economy needs support. They have to also act as kind of buffer wherever they think that they can absorb certain shocks. So in both the sides, in all kinds of sides, bankers, I think, is the core of the global economy, if I can say this. So having been in core of this global economic scenario, where you have to also be very, very well versed of the different kind of policies, not only in your own country, but all over the world, what kind of policy drifts, what kind of policy directions, what kind of policy changes, which people are thinking about at the same hand, on the same side, on the simultaneously, you have also to be very, very flexible, adaptable for the new financial technologies that are emerging. So in that way, if I look at the Bancquest, the way you have planned it, I see a very well mixed of bankers and technologists. So that gives me, a lot of hope that this kind of Bancquest event will finally achieve their objective, which is to come out with the idea for the future transformation, not only seeing both sides of the things, the technology side as well as the banking side, but also be preparing the future generation to take up those challenges. Now, when it comes to preparing the future generations, of course, everybody talks about curricula changes. Everybody knows that, we are very proud to have started a new course on BTech Financial Technologies. But other than these curricula changes, I always often repeat this one thing, that our students also have to be trained in some soft skills like critical thinking. It will be finally those soft skills, critical thinking, analytical power, that will prepare you for all kind of future challenges which could not be anticipated at this stage even. We will go through some kind of technology softwares, and when we'll pass out, we'll find, no, that our software is already obsolete. Now I have to work with some other AI tool, and which I have never thought about. In fact, not only you, nobody would have thought in the banking sector. So those students who have this ability of critical thinking, those students who are curious enough, motivated enough, enthusiastic enough to take up the challenges will rise very fast in whatever endeavor they take. So coming to that kind of preparation also, I feel this kind of events go a long way. So when you are here today, listening to the stalwarts like Srinivasan and Arul Kumar sir, and also the other panels, other sessions which I see listed here, this is a very good opportunity to interact with them, to see what kind of thinking skills they have, to see how they approach to a subject when they talk to you about those subjects. And how can I develop such kind of thinking skills which will take you to as high as these people have risen to. So these kind of interactive forums will provide you different perspectives, and once you get different perspectives, then only you start seeing things and developing your own thinking skills. So in that way, again, I'm very happy that Banking Technology Department is organizing these kind of events without fail, year by year, preparing their students for all kind of challenges. Thank you very much for doing this, and I'm very happy. I thank all the people who have taken effort to do this, starting with our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Prakash Babu, who has already given all the support with, and at the helm of the affairs now, and he has been, as he said, he has been a very big supporter of not only Banking Technology Department, but all the new initiative that university has taken. So thank you, Professor Tarnikarsu, sir, for all your effort. Thank you, Professor Natarajan, who has been another inspiring person in this particular School of Management. So many things which School of Management are doing is, I think some credit should be taken by Professor Natarajan also for this. So all the organizers, again, Professor Balakrishnan, Professor Prabhu, and Dr. Geeta, and on the university behalf, again, I place my gratitude towards all the guests who have agreed to come here, and today Professor Srinivasan is here, Dr. Srinivasan, General Manager RBI, and Sri Arun Kumar, who is Senior Vice President of a FinTech company. So on university side, I thank you, sir. And to all other industry people, all other bankers, all other technology experts who are going to be in this particular program, from the university side, I make an appeal to all of them that look at the brilliant students that we have today, and keep yourself open when they come for the placement to you. So with that, I wish this program a big success. All the best to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your highly motivating words and heartfelt felicitations. In the ever-evolving landscape of banking, it is the confluence of experience and foresight that charts the course for innovation and stability. We are honored to welcome Shri V. Srinivasan, General Manager, Reserve Bank of India, Chennai. Shri V. Srinivasan has more than 35 years of experience in RBI, having worked in various functional areas such as information technology, payment systems, bankings and non-banking supervision, consumer protection, etc. He was a director in Karnataka-based Regional Rural Bank and member of international committees and internal committees of RBI. Sir, your profound insights and rich industry experience will be certainly a guiding light for us to lay a career path in financial sector. We eagerly await your perspectives on the theme, Tech Superpower, Transforming the Future of Banking. May I now invite Shri V. Srinivasan to deliver the keynote address. Sir, please.
Thank you for the nice introduction. Good morning, everyone. Respected Professor Tarnikarsu, respected Professor Natarajan, Dr. Rajneesh Bhutani, Mr. Arun Kumar from FSS, Dr. Professor Balakrishnan Prabhu, Dr. Geeta. I'm sorry if I have missed anyone. Thank you for inviting me, and I will not be able to forget Professor Mariappan, who was instrumental in me being here, because he was following up vigorously, and he has been a very good host also since morning. So, by the way, yesterday we celebrated Tamil New Year, so Anaivarukkum Tamil Puthandu Vazhuthukal. And I was told here students from all parts of the country have come. So even some other states like Kerala especially have celebrated New Year. So my New Year wishes to all also. Today Bengal is celebrating New Year, I was told. So everyone, whoever has come from different parts of the country, my New Year wishes. Let this New Year be a great beginning. You get all what you wanted, and you go up and up in your career and personal life. Okay, let me start with this. This banking technology word. This I first heard in 1996. Actually, Reserve Bank had started an Institute for Development and Research in Banking Technology, IDRBT, which is now in Hyderabad. So that was 1996. Like someone was telling, even in 2000, there was resistance to technology in the banks. So we had started that time. That time the network used to be little unreliable, the terrestrial based network. So in IDRBT we had fixed VSATs, the satellites. So the communication was happening through the satellites. So that was the start of the banking technology. This word banking, see, if you so much is happening in the economy, in the world, but banking will never get any recession or any downward movement, because when the economy is up, you need banks. When the economy is down, you need all the way, you need banks, because you need money to start the industry or grow in your business. So when your economy is up, you will have a lot of savings. That also you have to deploy in the banks only. So banking is like evergreen industry. You will always have demand for banking. And technology, you can't ignore technology now. Without technology, there is no banking now. So it's a very, very potent combination, banking and technology. So the fact that you are all here to learn about it and you are doing the course on this, it's a very good thing, which a decision which you have taken. So I will try to cover two areas mainly. Third area, little bit if I have time. So the first one is about the possibilities for youngsters like you, the fintech ecosystem, especially related to banking, any startup choices, either you can have own or you can work in a startup. Of course, technology part, I think Mr. Arun Kumar will be the better person to tell about that. The fintechs, we don't have to define fintech now, everyone knows, because under banking technology you have a fintech also here. The recent years, they have drastically changed our interaction with financial services. From innovations in payment, digital lending, insurtech, wealth tech, etc., fintechs have not only improved convenience, but has also contributed to financial inclusion. Fintechs are providing agility, efficiency, and customer-focused solutions that are enhancing the strengths of traditional financial institutions, ultimately benefiting both customers and businesses. So, fintechs are doing the innovation. They have come to innovate. Okay, so they will innovate. They will come out with a great product. They will want to introduce it in the market, and it will benefit the public as well as they will also get benefited because their net worth will increase. But when you are deploying technology in banking, okay, which touches the public every day, so isn't some kind of framework or a safety net, is it not important? Especially because banking deals with public money. So you need a safety net. So that is where the regulation comes. So the innovation cannot be allowed to be like uninterrupted and nobody overseeing it. So we need some kind of regulations. So the Reserve Bank as a regulator, it has come out with some regulations so that the innovation is not stopped, but at the same time, because of some wrong choices, because of this, the public should not suffer. That was our worry. Customer protection, consumer protection is the main thing for regulator like Reserve Bank of India. So we have to ensure that the benefits of fintech remain sustainable. So as the regulator of the financial system, it is essential for Reserve Bank of India to maintain the safety, integrity, and efficiency of the financial system. By the way, I forgot to mention this. When I'm sitting here and seeing you all, I'm reminded of the latest film. You must have guessed it, Dragon film. Most of you would have seen it also. I hope none of you are like the person, the protagonist there. You all must be very good people, clearing all the papers, not keeping any arrears. So keep doing it. So now let me come back. So we in Reserve Bank, we already had the legal framework. Reserve Bank of India Act was there 1934. By the way, we just completed 90 years. You must have seen on April 1st, President Murmu presided over the function to celebrate the 90th anniversary of the formation or foundation of Reserve Bank of India. But the Reserve Bank of India Act came in 1934 itself. On April 1st, 1935, Reserve Bank came into existence. So Reserve Bank of India Act is there, Banking Regulation Act is there. But then something was missing. So we brought out the Payment and Settlement Systems Act in 2007 to provide for regulation and supervision of payment systems in India. And it ensured that the Act said the Reserve Bank is the authority for authorizing any payment system in the country and all related matters. For example, see, you may be using something, but you have to be assured that at the end of the day, the settlement happens. That is, when you transfer funds from one place to another place, the actual settlement should happen. So without ensuring that, the system can collapse. So this Act, and under that Act, Reserve Bank of India has powers to ensure that the payment systems work smoothly. If talking about payment systems, earlier days, actually check was the only payment system. Check clearing was the only payment system. I don't know how many of you will be aware. Earlier, even now checks are there, but those days we used to run this reader sorter machines, high speed reader sorter machines. If you see the check in the bottom portion, there will be a marker band. In that marker band will be read, and the amount also would have been encoded there before. And using that, the checks used to be sorted bank-wise, and then the settlement used to be arrived at. And all the banks were having accounts with the Reserve Bank, if Reserve Bank had office in that center. Otherwise, they generally have accounts in State Bank of India. So that used to be the case. Even now, checks are there, but now there was a change. Instead of the actual check traveling, the image of the check travels, which is called check truncation. So that used to be the only payment system. After that, we introduced some electronic payment system products like electronic clearing service, electronic clearing service credit, electronic clearing service debit. I won't get into what are these, that you can anyway read in the net. Then electronic fund transfer was introduced. Then slowly we introduced the National Electronic Fund Transfer. That is an all India thing, because the EFT was happening only in each center. So NEFT, or National Electronic Funds Transfer, was introduced, and then real-time gross settlement system. These two payment systems, the uniqueness is that both are run by Reserve Bank itself. We are ourselves running the payment system, unlike many other payment systems which are even more popular, like UPI, IMPS, other enabled payment system, BBPS, now it is called Bharat Connect, or National Automated Clearing House. These things are all run by an organization called NPCA. You may be aware. Again, NPCA was also promoted by RBI only. So that way, RBI has ensured that the country is in tune with the developments in the technology, and now actually UPI transactions are the highest in the world. The most number of transaction wise, UPI is the payment system which is handling the highest number of transaction. It is mind-boggling numbers it is having. And this itself is not enough. Again, because as I said, fintechs are there, they have to be regulated. And so under the Payment and Settlement System Act, we started authorizing payment system operators or payment system providers. Some of the payment system providers are prepaid payment issuers, popularly called wallets, mobile wallets. You must have used PhonePe or some other wallets. So they are all authorized by RBI. Then there is another type of these wallets. What for we are using? Even during IPL, I'm seeing PhonePe is vigorously advertising wallets. You would have seen. They are used for P2P transaction, that is person-to-person transactions, or merchant payments or bill payments. And some of the PPI issuers also allow this Bharat Bill Pay or BBPS payments. And these gift cards are also enabled by these PPI entities. What you see, the gift card may not be a physical card, it may be a digital card only. Entities like Swiggy, Zomato and all are giving you. Those are all actually underlying is it is a digital card. So these gift cards are used for co-branding, corporate gift cards are there, employee gift cards are there, loyalty gift cards are there. Even FASTag is a type of prepaid card only. and they are also used for some consumer expense management for cashbacks and offers. So this is one type of a payment system entity. The other type is called payment aggregators. I mean, people get little confused with payment aggregator and payment gateway. Payment gateway is a popular term, but we prefer to use the term payment aggregator. The differentiation we maintain is that payment aggregator is somebody who handles funds, so they need to be regulated by us. Okay, payment gateway is somebody who is only into technology. He doesn't touch funds of the people or consumers. So we are not at regulating them. Only the payment aggregators we are regulating them. Popular payment aggregators are like Razorpay is there, BillDesk is there. So many things you will have seen in, if you go and book IRCTC site also, it gives choices, no, which payment gateway or payment aggregator you want to use. So those are all the payment aggregators. Again, these payment aggregators also, we are only authorizing them. So they are helping in collecting payments. Like if merchant is there, e-commerce merchant is there, he is interested in selling his goods. He is not worried about, he doesn't have knowledge or he doesn't want to spend his efforts on the payment side part. So if somebody is ready to take over that part, you sell, you do your core competency, you do your thing, but we will take care of the payment part. So that is the job these payment aggregators are doing. They ensure that the customer, once he comes to the merchant website, to retain him itself is a big thing. But if you make his life difficult by not enabling quick payments, then he may go away. So these payment aggregators ensure that whatever channel or whatever method of payment he uses, like net banking, debit card, credit card, UPI, so they will enable it and ensure that the payment is collected from the customer and paid to the merchants. So that is the job of the payment aggregators. In addition, they will do all this reconciliation, MIS, all those things they are doing. They are also popularly used for this recurring payments like SIP, systematic investment plans, which many people do in the mutual funds, EMI, loan EMI payments, those kind of recurring payments they are doing. And though we are not regulating, I just want to mention when these payment aggregators or PPI issuers, they have to do KYC, know your customer. KYC is something which nobody can escape, because unless you know the customer or know the entity with which you are going to deal with, it will be very difficult to later trace it. So we give a lot of importance on this know your customer. So there are some specialized agencies which are dealing with this digital KYC. So even these payment aggregators and PPI issuers use those kind of entities for doing the KYC. Then there is something called white label ATMs, white label ATM operators. I hope even if you have not heard the term, you would have used it. If you go in the highways or even some semi-urban areas, rural areas, you would have seen ATMs where no bank name is there. Like India One is one, Hitachi is another. That kind of, these are called white label ATM operators. They are also again authorized by us. Why did we come with that? Because though the banks are all establishing ATMs, that is not enough. They are not going into, they are not penetrating the semi-urban and rural areas. So we wanted some agency who will specialize in this, who will be mandated to do this. So we authorize them, and there are now there are some 5 entities which are doing this white label ATM activities. So because even though we are saying digital, everything has become digital. Even recently we had our Digital Payment Awareness Week. Even there the motto was India pays digitally only. We were focusing on that. But cash is not going anywhere. Okay, cash is still king. That you can see by if you are an commerce or economic student, you can see the currency and circulation or notes in circulation figures. That is actually growing only. So the cash is always there. So the cash we have to enable. People want cash. Somehow they are more comfortable, or for some of the transactions they still need currency notes. So we have to enable, as a regulator, we have to enable it. So we have promoted these ATM operators, white label ATM operators. They are one of the type of entities. Then there are some other entities also. NPCI is also regulated by us. So NPCI itself has, it's like a mini quasi-regulator. So that itself is having so many other products like IMPS, UPI, those kind of things it is having. So that they are taking care of the membership, all those things. But at the higher level, RBI is regulating the NPCI. So these are the different types of fintechs which are under RBI. Okay, I am going to concentrate only on those which are under Reserve Bank of India. There are other fintechs like insurance-based fintechs are there. There are investment advisory fintechs are there. Those are there. Those are all regulated by other regulators. Okay, you must be knowing SEBI is another regulator. IRDA is another regulator. So they may be coming under that. So I am not going into those things. Now I will come to what are all the various initiatives Reserve Bank has taken for promoting this fintech activity. Okay, ultimately it benefits us also. No, somebody is doing an innovation. It will help the entire industry also. Plus, ultimately the public also. For us, the public welfare is the most important thing. So first one is something called Harbinger. I don't know how many of you have heard it. It is a hackathon, but a global hackathon. Okay, which RBI conducts. I think 3 times it has already conducted. The 4th one will be shortly coming. It's a series of global hackathons aimed at fostering innovation in the financial sector. These hackathons invite participants to develop technological solutions addressing specific challenges in digital payments, financial fraud prevention, and accessibility for differently abled individuals. There have been 3 editions in this regard, which has resulted in huge participation as well as innovative solutions across different problem statements. As students, you can also participate in this Harbinger event. The one thing is that the prize money is huge. Something like 20 lakhs or something like that is the prize money. So, and of course, the competition is also huge because all over the world people will be competing as teams. But if you are confident of you have an innovative, some kind of an idea you have, you can definitely participate. And if you are impressive enough, you may get selected and get this prize also. It is not just the prize also, no. Once you get recognized by RBI, definitely the industry also will recognize you and pick you up. So that is one initiative. The second initiative which I want to mention is the regulatory sandbox. Regulatory sandbox means what? Like, in order to foster responsible innovation in financial services and promote efficiency and bring benefit to consumers, Reserve Bank introduced regulatory sandbox. Regulatory sandbox refers to live testing of new products or services in a controlled or test regulatory environment. See, some of the things, if somebody comes with an idea, okay, immediately if he goes to a bank, sir, I have this idea, let us implement in your bank. He will say, no, this is not allowed by Reserve Bank. In the current regulations or in current legal framework, this is not possible. That's all. That is the end of it. This regulatory sandbox, it gives a solution for such initiatives. So, of course, it cannot be immediately go into the entire country, but in a regulated environment, in a regulated setup, test setup, Reserve Bank will give some concession. Okay, you do the testing. If it succeeds, if you are producing results, maybe we can think of even amending the regulations later. That is not Reserve Bank doesn't assure that, but that is the intention. If you can come up with a great idea which is solving some existing problem, definitely it will help. RBI may think of that. So there have been 4 thematic cohorts under this where various fintechs and startups have participated. Recently, RBI, earlier it used to be one idea used to be given. In that only you have to give your regulatory sandbox initiatives. But now in the latest policy on April 9 monetary policy, I hope at least in newspaper it used to come, no? Reserve Bank of India announces monetary policy. So it will come every 2 months. So there in the latest policy on April 9, RBI announced that now onwards it will be like on tap. Anytime you can apply, and there is no theme specified. Any theme you can apply, like digital financial literacy, digital lending, artificial intelligence, machine learning, mule account detection, all those things. Any idea you can come up with, and if you are successful, if you get selected for the regulatory sandbox initiative, you can conduct the test. Many times it is in association with some banks. So once that regulatory sandbox initiative gets over and it gets certified, then banks can implement that also. So that is another initiative. The third initiative is we have something called Reserve Bank Innovation Hub. Okay, this Reserve Bank Innovation Hub is a wholly owned subsidiary of the Reserve Bank of India, established to foster financial innovation and inclusion. It aims to create an ecosystem that promotes access to financial services and products for India's diverse population. Its recent initiative is something called Unified Lending Interface, ULI. You must have heard about UPI only everywhere. Something we are going to come up with is ULI, Unified Lending Interface. And there is another thing called Mule Hunter. Mule Hunter will be used in cyber frauds. Then there is some program for addressing the unique financial challenges faced by women. By the way, this ULI, because of this ULI, RBI has been named the most innovative financial institution globally by one magazine called Global Finance Magazine in its 2025 Innovators list. RBI is the first central bank to get this award, and that also is for this Unified Lending Interface only. This Unified Lending Interface is like somebody is there, he wants to do some business, small business, but he doesn't have any credit history, he doesn't have any collateral. Then banks may not be ready to do it. But this wants to address that issue by collecting data from various sources, maybe land records, maybe mobile payment records, maybe if he is somebody who is milk vendor, that milk, how much milk they are delivering, that will be recorded. Those kind of records will be picked up, and based on that, their credit worthiness will be arrived at, and banks or the finance companies will be ready to give loan. That is the aim of this ULI. Pilots are going on. It will soon go live and become a big initiative shortly. Then we have, after the success of UPI in India, we wanted to again spread it into the globally. So there is one initiative where RBI in collaboration with NPCI International Payments has set an agenda to work on expanding UPI to 20 plus countries. Project Nexus Multilateral Initiative, which is formed by Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand and India for instant cross-border retail payments. Cross-border retail payments, still we have issues. So the inefficiencies to address them and the high cost, low speeds and lack of transparency, to address these kind of issues, this Project Nexus initiative is there. India is playing a major part in this. Then there are other initiatives. I am not getting into that. Central bank digital currency, I was told last year you had one big event for this digital currency itself, where officials from our fintech department also participated. So central bank digital currency, we have both the retail and wholesale versions. So that is a major initiative. That pilot is again going on now. Then we have, as I said, just to regulate these fintechs, we have come up with the cyber security frameworks, and there is another type of entity called account aggregators we introduced. These are all self-regulatory organizations. We have framed the guidelines. These are all the various initiatives which RBI has done. So with this, RBI has established as a pioneer in innovation in the financial sector through its forward-thinking initiatives and technological advancements. The organization presents a dynamic working experience by providing exposure to its employees in all fields. Okay, so this is about the initiatives which you have in the fintech side. So if after finishing your course, if you want to start a startup and come up with any of these initiatives, that is one way. Or you can even join some of the startups which are there, no? In Bangalore or in Chennai, Pune, everywhere you get a lot of startups. If you are interested, you can join one of the startups and you can contribute to the ideas of that startup and get very good career growth. Okay, so that is one thing. Then let me come to what are all the opportunities as a student what you have in in RBI. The first one is internship. In summer internship we conduct somewhere in October we start, and in fact I'm sure from Pondicherry University also we had got some applications. It is selected in office wise. Like in Chennai, I was a member of the interview panel. So there were some 500 to 600 applications that come for summer internship alone, and out of which the top 40 were selected in various areas. Like we can't select only MBS. we can't select only law students. So we had selected from various categories. So the 40 were chosen, and out of that 40, only 10 were zeroed in. So in that interview panel, I was there. Like this, in every office, it is being conducted. So that is one way. Under that internship scheme, RBI selects students from various colleges and institutes in and around Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry, in the case of Chennai. All interested students can apply for the same. It provides students a unique opportunity to experience the work culture in RBI, gain substantial knowledge from the guides and heads of departments, and contribute to the working of RBI. So with this, you will get great experience. You can add it in your resume also. Plus, you are paid some stipend also. Maximum 3 months it can be there, 1 month to 3 months. And just to mention my interview experience, if I just wanted to share, because it will be useful for students who will be applying for the summer internship. What I found is that we can ask questions only from the biodata which you are giving. Okay, in the biodata what you are giving what all courses you have done. Like mostly PG students only we are taking. So PG means undergraduation what they have done. So from the undergraduation, normally students know once they pass they may forget also, unless you have a passion in that subject. So when we ask some basic questions in the undergraduation also, I am not talking about the Pondicherry University students. Generally, we got students from all the academic institutions. We saw that they were not aware. Like somebody has done a BCom and now he is doing MBA. Can we not ask what do you see in balance sheet? What will come in the liability side and what will be the asset side? At least major points. So even that, some students were they were not able to answer clearly. So, and we just asked what is there in the RBI website. You are coming to RBI, you should at least know RBI website, what is happening in the top, in the first page, what is there also you should have. No? So these things you take care so that you can be successful in the summer internship. Then of course we have recruitment. I think I'm passing my time already. I'll just complete with this because this is very important. Recruitments we have at majorly 2 levels. One is the what we call grade B DR, direct recruit. Grade B is manager. So at the grade B level, we take directly. That is almost like a civil service UPSC standard exam, because most of the people who are preparing for UPSC apply for this also. That's a tough exam, but you can definitely crack it. If you are successful, you can be posted anywhere in the country, and you will get very nice salary. You will get accommodation. Your life is taken care, I could say. Any position you join in RBI, your life is taken care. That much is assured. So that way, you will have a very good career. If you are not successful in that grade B, then there is something called assistance post. That is region wise. Like if you get selected, you will be posted only in Chennai. If you are from Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, if you are from say Kerala, you will be posted in Trivandrum office. So that assistant is like the earlier we were calling clerical staff. That is called now assistant. In fact, I joined as assistant only in or clerical staff only in Chennai office in 1989. 35 years I have completed. But after that, I have got promotion and I have come up to the GM post. So I myself is an example that you can definitely come up in life with this. So in that process, I was deputed to 2 banks. I have worked in HDFC Bank and Syndicate Bank. I have done courses. Bank paid for my PG MBA course. I have been sent for foreign trainings. I was made a member in international committees and the committees within India. As it was told in introduction, I was made a director in a regional rural bank. So these are all various opportunities. So once you join, you will have a great career. I have already exceeded, so I will not touch into this cyber frauds thing. Anyway, I have requested Professor Mariappan that we should have a separate session on this digital payments and cyber awareness initiative. Thank you for the opportunity, and I apologize for exceeding my time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening address. Your insights into the evolving dynamics of banking technology have provided valuable perspectives for all of us gathered here. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce our esteemed guest today, Shri M. Arun Kumar.
Good afternoon. I realized it has become afternoon from the time we have started. So when Mr. Srinivasan sir was talking, he mentioned about the movie Dragon. Yeah. So I thought he was talking about me. Yeah, so 24 years ago, I was sitting here. I'm part of Pondicherry Engineering College. I graduated in 2001. I did BTech Computer Science out of this place. Thank you. So I've come here more as an alumni, not representing my organization. And I first want to thank the HOD sir and Dr. Punita Devi. I'm not sure if she is here, but they reached out to me, and I was very pleasantly surprised, and I accepted immediately, because every Saturday I cross this place because I come back home. My parents still live in Pondi. Yeah, when I cross this place, my wife and my son come along with me. And the moment we cross Pondicherry University and Pondicherry College, I used to tell both of them, look to your right, this is where geniuses are born and they study. Yeah, so I'm sure you will agree. And both of them, they used to look at me, but I always feel that this is a place which great minds are being produced. It's a real honor, and it's actually a goosebump moment for me to come back to the college and also share the dais with such esteemed professors here. So I'll quickly start off. First, I would thank Balakrishnan sir, Professor Prabhu sir, and Dr. Punita Devi for having me here. It's indeed an honor to come back here. I'd also I'm glad in sharing the stage with Professor Natarajan. I think he has walked out. Professor Tarani Karasu sir, Dr. Rajneesh Bhutani. Thank you, sir. And Mr. Srinivasan, I was actually wanting to say to Mr. Srinivasan that he can take all my time and talk about the initiatives of RBI. Anybody can tell me what was the word which he most used during his speech? I know I'm testing you guys a little bit, but anybody want to give it a shot? What is the word which he used most in his speech? Of course, RBI. He used the word regulated. Yeah. See, that's see, one of the reason why I said I am here as an alumni, not as an industry person, is because 24 years ago when I was sitting there, I did not understand any of this. But when I've come back here and seen a little bit of world, I will still say a little bit because the people who I share the stage which I've seen more, I have a very, very strong feeling that these all needs to be explained. Yeah. So he used the word regulated. One of the reasons why India is such a good economy is because of its banks. And one of the reasons these banks exist like this is because of RBI, which does a phenomenal job in regulating them. Yeah. That's the first thing I want to tell you. Now, there is a counter word to regulation, which all the fintechs will have to do. Any guesses? If there is a regulator, what should the rest of the world do? What's the one word, if you can guess? If somebody regulates, what should the fintechs do? Beautiful. They should comply. Yeah. So one of my job here, as in my current role, is risk and compliance. I take care of product quality, process excellence, risk and compliance. So this compliance needs to be explained to all of you. I feel it's my job, and I will also spend time. I did tell Dr. Punita Devi that every time when I'm driving now here on Saturdays, I'm available for discussions. I know I might be killing a little bit of your Saturdays, so forgive me for that. I'm not going to come every Saturday. But if there is a need, I'll be very happy to stop by and explain what these regulations are and how organizations need to comply. So much so, sir did not say, but there is a website which as organizations we keep checking, an RBI mandate website, where mandates are being published, where we keep a look, and we have to comply in terms of what software we deliver. We have to make sure we comply to that. So that is a little bit about what I wanted to share. But the topic what I wanted to talk about is artificial intelligence. How many of you think AI will take away existing jobs? You can raise your hands. There's one brave soul. How many of you think AI won't take away jobs? Okay, there is only two options. Okay, you have to choose between. I'll ask one more time. How many of you think AI will take away jobs? Little bit. It's okay. I'm not going to. It's not part of your internals. It's not going to be considered in marks. Okay. How many of you think it won't take away jobs? It will replace jobs? Okay. And there are some people who have still not decided it. That is also actually a good place to be in. So, remind me, I'm going to answer this question towards the end of when I complete my talk. Yeah. So, first of all, like I was telling you, after college, 7th semester campus placements happen. What happens after campus placements? We stopped whatever we even did in all those first 7 semesters. We start thinking that life is settled. Yeah. And we all were a part of that same group. We were very happy that we all landed in very nice jobs. But something happened in 2001. I was I was actually on the floor, lying and watching TV, and there was a big incident which happened in 2001. Any guesses? 2001, something very big happened. I know you're too young for it, but any guesses? What happened in 2001 which significantly transformed a lot of things? Exactly. September 9/11. How many of you remember September 9/11? Others are too young for it. Okay, so I was we used to live in a very small house. I was sitting there watching TV, and the Twin Towers were actually falling. Okay, little did I know that the company which placed me was headquartered in the Twin Towers. So I did not get my job. Yeah, so remember this word, butterfly effect. Yeah, you think whatever you do, even as students, whatever you do today has an impact on the society. Now, how much you want to impact is up to you. We'll talk about it a little bit more in our interactions. But I lost my job. Now, what happens after you finish your college and you don't have a job? There's a lot of peer pressure. Yeah, forget about peers, not friends, the neighbors' pressure. So I had a very difficult time being there because there were other companies which were calling my friends and they were joining and I couldn't join. So there was so much pressure that I decided to search for jobs. I wrote all the exams that I could so that I could at least not be at home when people say what happened to your company or what happened to your job. So I walked in once for a job interview to Madurai. Yeah, very strange. It's a tier 2 city, but that is when I first joined my organization. If you heard of Honeywell, that was the very first time I walked in there. It was supposed to be a training center, and then it gradually became a development center. Yeah, I spent 16 years at Honeywell. Started off with working in very, very small pieces of software. In the case of mission critical aviation system, if you make a small error in your software, there could be loss of life. So they classify the software from level A, B, C and D. Level A is the airworthiness. If there is a bug or an issue in the software, there will be loss of lives. Yeah. Anybody can give an example of level A software? I know you cannot see the software when you board the flight, but any guesses? Anybody wants to give it a shot? So, how many of you have how many of you have taken an aircraft flight? Okay. So, if you sit very close to the wings, you will see a lot of control surfaces. So, I was the head of flight controls domain in Honeywell. Yeah. So, there is a very, very flagship product from Boeing. It's called the Dreamliner, the 787 Dreamliner. The entire flight controls was tested out of Madurai by my team. Yeah, this happened from 2007 to 2011. So nobody knows that a small place like Madurai can pull off such things, but we silently were doing our part there. Yeah, so I'll just say that Honeywell taught me a lot of things, but one of the first thing I started learning from Honeywell was they introduced a concept called value stream map. Yeah. How many of you have heard of this word, value stream map? Okay. So, anything you do has to be of value to the customer. Yeah. So, they started designing this method called as value stream maps, where we started looking value from the eyes of a customer. I'll give you an example. So, this is out of my sheer curiosity and entrepreneurship. At one point, we thought we'll start our own company, and we started going and looking out for problems. One of the problems we started looking out was truck drivers in northern part of our country. They steal a lot of, I would say, for example, they take a truck, they go from one place to another. They sell a lot of parts of the truck, like fuel, tires. Sometimes they take money in the name that they have to pay traffic cops. So one of the truck owner, a fleet owner, came and asked us, can you go ahead and give us a solution for this? So bravely, three of us, we took a car. We actually went along with the truck drivers from Gujarat till Nepal. This was a 4-day stuff which we drove all the way to understand. Any guesses on why the drivers have to swindle money from the owners? Obviously money, a little bit more money helps, but any reason, it looked like a problem of theft. It looked like a problem of theft. But any guesses why truck drivers have to steal from the owners? They are the ones who are paying money for them, giving them life, but they make it look legit. Like when they steal petrol, the owners are not there. And you won't believe, they actually take new tires. The truck has new tires. All along the highway, there are retreading places where they give the new tire, get one old tire retreaded, and they'll fit into it will look as good as new. I visited that site to look at that retreading site. It's just a 5x5 place, and they retread tires, big giant tires. But why do they have to steal? On the superficial, it looked like a problem of theft. But when we started interacting with the truck drivers, they didn't know that we were doing all this study. They go home once a year. And if you have carefully looked at trucks, especially when it comes from northern part, you will see that there will be a tree and there will be a picture of a lady who is waiting. And sometimes it's also written Ghar kab aoge. If you guys understand Hindi, it is like, when will you come home? So there is a lot of loneliness which people feel about working away from their family. Now in corporate world, when we go out, we are given per diems. I don't think these truck drivers are given any per diems. And if you see their value chain, I think the truck owners have misunderstood the part of how to take care of their employees when they are away from their family for a very long time. So all I'm trying to tell you is, see the problem differently. Yeah, the first thing I just wanted to highlight here is see the problem differently. And when you see the problem differently, it will give you different meanings. Now, when Mr. Srinivasan sir was talking about different problems, I was spending time, because I know I'm going to meet him here. I was looking at the websites. I used to see the mandate website, but I looked at the other websites. One of the things which struck me very well was the Reserve Bank Innovation Hub. Now that thing I strongly recommend to all of you for you to spend time on, because the problem statements are there. So one thing I want to highlight there is, initially there was an imbalance between account holders between male and female in India. Yeah, the women used to have less accounts. Now a lot of our initiatives in our country was taken, and that balance was all settled. Now looks like the problem is solved. But when we look a little bit deeper, the percentage of inactive accounts is more in case of women. Women don't use accounts for saving. They have other methods of saving. And whether women get credit from the amount of deposits they make, they're lesser than men. These are very different problems. And the way it was represented in RBI's portal with data and a small white paper, it was very, very easy to understand. So my kind request to all of you is, hunt for problem statements. Please look at problems differently and go deeper. Yeah, this is my first ask to all of you. The second thing what I also saw there was, as he was saying, there is a lot of AI getting to involved in all of these initiatives. Yeah, so the whole aim is, so now after my tenure in Honeywell, I moved to another core banking software company called Temenos. Now here is where I'll give you another side of the world which will be very important for you to understand. Now Temenos was a company which did core banking software. Core banking, can you see the software when you enter the bank? None of you can see. The people who are working on the core banking software or the staff of the bank, they are very busy using that software. Now, what Temenos realized over a period of time is that core banking software will not help them reach to all the end consumers. They needed an omni-channel way of reaching to all the customers. All of you have mobile phones. You can just take the mobile phones, open the app, and you can easily go ahead and do your transactions, look at balance statements, right? So it was very important to be digitally available across to all the customers. So where banking is going to the users where they are. It will not be just brick and mortar. Brick and mortar will exist, but there is also a big reason why banking will start going towards the end users themselves. So why I was saying this is because Temenos, my second organization, went ahead and acquired a company in Hyderabad for doing this digital transformation. Now I'll add another word to this called platform. There was one part of our portfolio which is called platform, which is a low-code, no-code platform, which specialized in developing apps for any kind of platform. Now it could be Android, it could be iOS, it could be even tablets, but there is going to be only one time the code is written, and then you're going to have apps for all different digital platforms. So just be aware of this point also, which I'm talking about. The next thing which I will come back is after joining my company, which is FSS, one of the things which everybody was talking about was AI. Any idea why AI is now very famous? I was talking to HOD sir and Dr. Punita Devi as well. They also have had courses on AI and ML. This I'm talking about 24, 25 years ago. Why did AI pick up now? Brilliant. Computationally, we are ready. What else has made us adopt AI? How many of you use ChatGPT? I know this will be the largest raise of hands. I have used ChatGPT. So when I was wanting to do something for this session, so I thought I prepared this one sheet which I wanted to talk to you all about. This one was given by ChatGPT. This is a 20-sheet thing research. It's a deep research which it gave it to me. I read through it. It was fascinating, I would say. But this is, can ChatGPT replace this? No. Okay, good. So that's the whole point here. So why did ChatGPT become so famous now? What any words? Sorry? Big data? Big data has existed for a while. Why did we all start using ChatGPT now? It's available. There's one more word I'm expecting on top of it. What do you do to get data out of ChatGPT? What language you use for prompting? Your own English language. It uses LLM models, okay? The reason once upon a time there was Google, we were all surprised and shocked by what Google can give us, and all our research, we were using search criteria to get all our data. Now, you can talk to ChatGPT as if you are talking to your friend. Yeah, I was chatting something and it gave me an output of a picture. This is for a value stream map. I said, I'm not very happy with the picture. And it apologized. And it said, I will do a better job of putting more data into this and come back to you. So as we speak, I will also tell you, I know I don't want to take a lot of time with all of you to keep all of you waiting. So because of this, I had the AI bug bit me as well. So I decided that I should do my master's in artificial intelligence and machine learning. So I subscribed, I finished my first semester, and there is a lot of understanding on why we have to learn AI ML. So I'm coming back to the very first question of, will AI take away our jobs? Okay, she still says no. Yeah, AI, I'll just share my view and we can double click and go into greater detail in our subsequent sessions. My view is this: AI will create more jobs. Yeah, it will be different kind of jobs. But there is also a warning I just want to give all of you is, will AI take away a set of jobs? It will definitely take away a set of jobs. Who will it give to? it will give it to to your neighbor who understands AI better. Right? So it is very, very important to understand that AI will definitely take away jobs, but who do you lose out to? Not to AI, but your neighbor who understands AI better. So my kind request to all of you is, I went through your curriculum. I went through that. I know that AI is one of your electives. I know machine learning is there, but it's very, very important to actually bring two things together. One, what Mr. Srinivasan sir has is a list of problem statements, sandbox, hackathons and events. What we have to start doing as a group is bring AI, and we have to see if AI is the right, first of all, see if AI is the right tool to solve that problem and solve that problem and bring it back to the industry. Yeah. I will spend a lot of time with you. As I always said, being an alumni, it's my duty to spend a lot of time with you to bridge the gap. I'll do that. But my one request to HOD sir is, in all of this, the real problem what we have seen in software development is why we have product quality issues is because there is a lack of empathy. If I just go back to why AI has become so famous, the creators of large language models had empathy to believe that it should be given in the same language and make it look human. The efforts have been on for a while to make ChatGPT sound like human. And behind this, there is a lot of things. Yeah, there is how many of you have done elective in AI? Anybody? Don't worry, I'm not going to ask you questions. If you can raise your hands if you have. Fundamentally, there are going to be predictor and target variables. Yeah, you will have a set of data. It's very, very important to understand data. And you will have to make sure you build a model based on the data. You train the data and you test the data. I'm telling AI in just 2-3 lines. This is the fundamental. It can be large language model. It could be machine learning. Underlying, this is what happens. But what fundamentally we lack in outside industry is empathy. I'm using the word empathy because banks give a set of requirements. That requirements get translated to code and it gets deployed. There are quality issues. The people from within the organization come and say, this is because the customer did not give the requirements correctly. We'll say that BRD is wrong. Then bank will come back and say, your design is wrong, your coding quality is wrong. But fundamentally, if you ask me, all of you, when you start your careers, I spoke to a few people before coming here. All of you aspired, if you are getting into IT industry or a fintech, business analyst will be the first kind of role where you get into. In that role, it is very, very important to understand, you have to understand the customer with a lot of empathy. And what I mean by empathy is you'll have to understand the problem from the customer's shoes. Remember the truck driver's example I was giving? You may be solving the wrong problem if you thought you're getting English BRD and you will try to develop a software out of it. So what I was trying to request HOD sir is, one of the elective as part of your curriculum should be about human empathy. You can actually change it to customer empathy also. But human empathy is one of the very, very important course which we should at some point in time take it. And you have to send people out to find problem statements. And if they have identified the problem statement right, that itself is a very important step towards completion of the project. Yeah. So I'm hanging around, happy to answer a lot of your questions if you have. But I really would want to thank the professors, the HOD for giving me this opportunity. And it's an absolute pleasure, and it's actually a dragon-like moment for me to come here, stand and talk to all of you after 24 years. So thank you guys, and do well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your thought-provoking address. We are grateful for the time and knowledge you've shared with us today. Thank you once again for gracing Bancquest 25 with your presence. As we approach the conclusion of this enlightening inaugural session, it's fitting to acknowledge the individuals who have contributed to its success. We are honored to invite Dr. S. Geeta, Assistant Professor, Department of Banking Technology, School of Management, Pondicherry University, to deliver the vote of thanks.
I feel very privileged and honored to stand before you all to thank the dignitaries who is sitting here. So first and foremost, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Chief Guest Sri Srinivasan, Regional Manager, RBI Chennai, who has accepted our invitation, and amongst his busy schedule, he has given some insights about what is the requirements of RBI and what are the opportunities and challenges that is open for the students. Thank you, sir, for your presence. And next, I would be honored to thank our special guest, Mr. Arun Kumar, Senior Vice President, Financial Software and Systems, Chennai, who has made the environment to understand what is the reality of AI and what is the need of AI to understand in banking also. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful excitements. And next, I would like to thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor in charge and Director of Studies, Professor K. Dharani Karsu, sir, who has accepted our invitation, being already accepted with some other program. He has accepted our invitation and he has come over here to support us, because he is always a supporting pillar for the Department of Banking Technology. Thank you, sir, for your presence. And next, I will extend my heartfelt gratitude and thanks to our Registrar, Rajneesh Bhutani, sir, who, being busy with some other schedules, he postponed his schedule and he has accepted to come today to make his presence to support our Bancquest 25. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And next, I extend my heartfelt gratitude and thanks to our Dean School of Management, Professor P. Nadarajan, sir, who is always a pillar for the School of Management and an esteemed professor who gives more support to all the activities which is carried out under School of Management. Thank you, sir, for your presence. And next, I would expend my sincere thanks to our Head of Department, Professor A. Balakrishnan, sir, who has been always a support and a pillar for all types of students' activities. Sir, you have given all the pleasure and support to extend this inaugural function a grand success. Thank you, sir. Next, I would express my sincere thanks to the Bancquest 25 faculty coordinators, Prabhu sir and Dr. C. Abdul Ghafoor sir, who has done a tireless work at the back end of the scene of this Bancquest 25. And I express my sincere thanks to the senior professors of our department, Dr. Prasanna Venkatesan sir, Surlai Muthu sir and Mariyappan sir, who has arranged the guest and special speakers, and they, though being a senior professors, they have been conducted some events, especially trading challenge and mobile photography or coding challenge, all these things, and supported to the students to make the event a very grateful success. Okay. Next, I will thank all the faculty members of our department who has supported us in many committees and events and made this event a grand success. Next, I will extend my sincere thanks to the student coordinators who has supported us in conducting all the events and making all the arrangements. Till late night yesterday, some students coordinators were working tirelessly to bring this function a grand success. And finally, I extend my sincere thanks to the research scholars of our department and my beloved students of MBA and our growing bud students, BTech MBA students, who has actively participated in this event and made this function a grand success. Last but not least, I thank the Almighty and the university for granting us fund to make this Bancquest 25 to really happen at the last moment. Thank you everyone for your gracious time and presence. Thank you.